Yeah, they'll both come out at the same time.
So
Illinois, back to the West.
yeah,
Obviously, best defense in the country last year, lose a lot of pieces. Secondary took a big hit.
oh yeah, Devin Witherspoon. That's a huge loss.
Yeah, so that'll be the biggest question mark coming in for Illinois offensively. I could see them digress.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think their biggest question is I believe their defense they can replace.
Yeah.
The pieces on their defense, I knowing Illinois' coaching staff, I don't think they're going to have a problem coaching their way and having another great defense this year.
Mhm.
But their offense is just there's so many question marks around their offense.
there is.
Like who's their running back? I don't know. Who's their quarterback? I don't know. Who's their wide receivers? I don't know. I know maybe their offensive line had a couple people come back, which is good for them, but other than that, the people that score the touchdowns and get the points for you, who are they?
Yeah, and they still got Isaiah Williams, who came in, as a quarterback, transitioned to wide receiver. He's a great player. Running back, kind of what we were talking about. They're going to a committee backfield with Josh McCray and then Love, I think. So, which McCray, I'm familiar with. It sucks because Iowa, Illinois, it was like there was no offense. It's such a hard game to watch. But what we do know, and something that you might want to hear, Jim Leonard was let go at Wisconsin, defensive coordinator.
Yes.
And brought on Illinois staff as like an assistant defensive guy, like coordinator. He's not the coordinator, but he's like an assistant defensive coach.
Oh, okay.
So it's like some position weird like that.
Yeah, like D-line coach or linebackers coach.
Not even, it's like an overall defensive assistant.
Oh, he could be co-defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but he's not. Like, it's some weird title. We'd have to look it up. But yeah, it's something weird because I was like, what is going on? They'll have a really good defensive line. They got one of the top interiors in the country. So, not
when
worried
you
about
can
that.
recruit from Chicago and recruit from schools that like an academy like Chicago Phillips,
Mhm.
who I played back in high school.
Yeah,
They have some monsters up there.
they do.
They've got some big boys, and Illinois actually started to really utilize that compared to where they were 6 years ago. They couldn't even get those recruits. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
So it was big for them to
and they've
have a
really
good year.
they've really figured that out, and now we'll go ahead and into their schedule preview and see what we think they're gonna end with.
2-0.
We're about the same.
Yeah,
2-0 off the
start.
start. Kansas could go either way.
Tough
Kansas has a lot of question marks, similar to Illinois. Kansas will be a very interesting game at Kansas week 2. Week 3, Penn State. We got them both losing, and I don't think it'll be close.
Yeah, this one could get out of hand, I think, early in the year.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure everything out. Penn State knows what they have.
Yep.
They'll be fine.
They'll be rocking and rolling and waiting for Illinois, that game against Illinois, to finally get some meat on them bones.
Very true. FAU is no slouch.
Man, you said that in a preview, and I thought you were about going crazy.
No, FAU is no slouch. They got Casey Thompson from Nebraska last year. So they got Power 5 talent,
Yeah.
and if I'm pretty sure, let me just, before I even say it,
Tom Herman.
there you go.
Yep.
There you go. So, this is a team, they got the Power 5 experience from the staff to
the
player
position
talent.
players,
Yeah.
yeah. So they could be interesting. That could be an interesting game there. FAU at Illinois.
It'll be
I
underlooked.
still think Illinois has twice as much talent and Division I talent as FAU does. But hey, you know what? Sometimes all it takes is one player.
And Illinois knows a thing or two about losing to bad opponents at home.
That is
I
very
would just
true.
say that. Well, not recently, but it does happen.
Historically.
Yeah,
it happens
does
a
happen.
lot. Yes.
But yeah, we got the win there for both of us. Purdue, they're dropping.
Yep. Easy. And then we kind of start splitting pretty much for the rest of the schedule here. So Nebraska week 6. I got them winning.
Yeah.
You got them losing.
I do have them losing. I'm really rolling with Nebraska this year. I don't. It's something about what they're building. It's like you turn the page. It's similar to Ohio State, not the same degree. You're turning the page. It's time. Well, I guess not even Ohio State, but you kind of know what I'm trying to get at. Like you're turning the page. You're bringing in something new.
It's like Penn State.
Maybe it'll work this time.
Penn State's trying to turn the page right now and be that top tier. Nebraska's trying to turn the page just to become relevant again.
And competitive.
Yeah.
I would agree. But yeah, so Nebraska, I got them winning that one. So Maryland,
Maryland, yeah, I got them.
This is
I got
interesting.
them losing. I'm a full believer in Maryland simply of the fact that they have a quarterback who is proven. They have good talent on the perimeter, and I think if you're going to beat Illinois, you have to be talented at quarterback and at the perimeter. You have to score points.
you ain't gonna win. Yeah, you're not gonna win playing their game.
Yeah, no, there's no chance. You have to score points against Illinois to win. And then hopefully keep them out of, the end zone yourself, which would be ideal. But no matter what, you have to be able to. You have to be. The one weakness of Illinois with their head coach and the system that he runs now with their defense, the one weakness that they have shown they have is through the air. And I fully believe Maryland will be air raid like they usually are. And I don't think Illinois is going to be able to compete quite as well as what they have been in years past against Maryland, especially last year.
Yeah, I agree. Which we kind of touched on with Maryland. I think they're winning the trenches. Just to kind of breeze through here, we're kind of getting a little sidetracked. Wisconsin, both have them losing.
Yep.
Minnesota, you actually have them beating Minnesota. You're not high on them, and we'll talk about them when we actually get to Minnesota.
Yep.
I have them losing against Minnesota because I think kind of the opposite there. Win against Indiana, both dropping Iowa. Northwestern win.
Yeah, Northwestern, you get a Week 12 bye. Congratulations, Illinois.
There you go. So, and that'll sum up Illinois 7-5 for you, Delhi. 6-6 for me.
Yep, I think they make.
Middle of the pack.
I think they make a bowl game. I think they make a lower bowl game this year, but yeah, bowl game nonetheless. I think their floor would be probably about 5-7,
5 wins from the South bowl game.
5-7, and their ceiling probably 8-4.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. If you could pick off one against Wisconsin or Iowa, be in good shape.
Yeah.
Now we'll breeze through this.